Hello explorers, I hope that you all are doing well. So today we're gonna have our discussion on classical cryptographic ciphers. So basically this is our third video on the cryptographic series. I have already made two videos on cryptographic techniques and procedures. The first one is called cryptography and the second one is about Caesar cipher. So before starting our video, I would like to share a thing or two with you about the deadly coronavirus pandemic that is going all over the world today. As you all must be aware of the official announcement by WHO, World Health Organization, that the coronavirus pandemic may never completely have an end to it in totality. So that is really a very disappointing and sad news. But I don't want you all to lose hope and remain firm in these hard and difficult times and remain by each other's side. And if we remain together, then I believe that we all can surely overcome these hard times that we all are facing today. So let's start today's video. So today we are going to talk about classical cryptographic ciphers. So the word classical usually refers to the fact that this type of cryptographic ciphers were particularly used in the past. And when we talk about the past in the context of this video, it specifically refers the period before World War II. And this type of cryptographic ciphers usually lacked complexity and were quite simple. And because of that simplicity, they were quite vulnerable to be cracked effortlessly, and they were mainly invented and used by armies and amateurs. The armies used this type of cryptographic ciphers to secure top-level data from transmission. Also, they were used by amateur sportspersons to communicate with their teammates for having a win strategy or for winning the game. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the popular examples of the ciphers which were used classically. The first one is ATBASH cipher, and then there comes Caesar cipher, BACONIAN cipher, ROT13 cipher, VIGENÈRE and GRONSFELD cipher, Foursquare cipher, PLAYFAIR cipher, ADFGVX cipher, Fractionated MORSE cipher, and AUTOKEY cipher. So let's see what these ciphers are. We are going to have a very brief discussion on this type of ciphers. So first comes ATBASH cipher. So ATBASH cipher is basically a substitution cipher, and it consists of a key which is basically based on the concept of equispacing of the characters which are used in the input text as well as in the encrypted text. So what does that mean? So suppose we have the English alphabet here. Suppose we want to encrypt the character D. Then we have to use character W in place of D, because D is at the same index from the beginning. D is at the same index position from the beginning as is W from the end of the alphabet series. It was originally used for the Hebrew alphabet, but it can be used for any alphabet. And quite obviously, it is very simple to decipher this encrypted text. And moving forward, we come to Caesar cipher. Actually, I had already made one video about Caesar cipher. So if you want to have a detailed analysis and discussion about Caesar cipher and want to know more about it, then you can refer to the I option on the top of this screen. It is basically a substitution cipher, and it was obtained by replacing each character with its character equivalent after 3 rightward shifts, and it is very easy to crack and not directly recommended for official practical usage. And the next cipher is BACONIAN cipher. It is also a substitution cipher. It was named after Sir Francis Bacon, which was its inventor. And in this type of cipher, Each character is replaced by a set of 5 characters which only consist of 2 alphabets A and B. The coding sequence is given here, and also it offers very little communication security. As you can already know by seeing this coding, that if any clever coder can come across the repetition of words, like he comes across the repetition of the character B, then he can easily decipher the fact that B uses this type of coding, and similarly for the other characters. And the next cipher is ROT13 cipher. It is also a substitution cipher. It is actually another form of Caesar cipher, but here the value of the key is 13, unlike in Caesar cipher where it was only 3. It also offers almost no security, and it is very easy to crack. And the next cipher is VIGENÈRE and GRONSFELD cipher. So this is quite a complicated cipher, and it is a polyalphabetic substitution cipher, and the method was originally described by Giovanni Battista Bellaso in his 1553 book La Chiffre del, but the scheme was later misattributed to Blaise de Vigénère in the 19th century and is known widely as the VIGENÈRE cipher. The VIGENÈRE cipher was considered Les chiffres indéchiffrables, which is the French term for the unbreakable cipher, for 300 years. So quite a remarkable cipher it was, because it remained unbreakable for such a long period of time. But until in 1863, Friedrich Kaczynski published a successful attack on the VIGENÈRE cipher. And the next cipher which we have in our next slide is 4-square cipher. It is also quite a complicated cipher, which if you want I can discuss in more detail in my next video, and it is significantly stronger than substitution ciphers. It also encrypts pairs of letters. Felix Delastelle invented the 4-square cipher, and it was first published in a book in 1902. Delastelle was most famous for his invention of several systems of polygraphic substitution ciphers, including BFIT, TRIFIT, and the 4-square cipher. So BFIT, TRIFIT are also names of other types of classical cipher, which was invented by Delastelle himself. So this type of cipher, if you want, I can make another video on this type of cipher, in which I can do a detailed analysis on this type of cipher. The next cipher is PLAYFAIR cipher. It was also a very important cipher as far as the classical term of cipher is associated. It was the first practical digraph substitution cipher. The scheme was invented in 1854 by Charles Wheatstone, which I think many of you have heard the name of, but was named after Lord Playfair, who promoted the use of the cipher. Actually, it encrypts pairs of letters rather than encrypting a single letter, and so that's why it is called digraph. And it is quite hard to break, as you can already understand, and it was used during World War II for sending important yet non-critical information, and it was used for fast usage, and no special instruments were required in this type of cipher for encryption. And next cipher is ADFGVX cipher. It is actually an extension of ADFGX cipher. It was used by the German army during World War I. Invented by Colonel Fitz-Nobel and introduced in March 1918, the cipher was quite a remarkable one, which modified Polybius square with a single columnar transposition. A, D, F, G, V and X, chosen as the sound of each of the characters, is very different from each other. Actually, the intention was to reduce the possibility of operator error. And we have fractionated Morse cipher. To use this cipher, first of all, the text is converted to Morse code and the code is partitioned into a fixed number of segments where each segment had a particular number of characters, be it dots or hyphens. And again, after doing that, the code is again reconverted to the text using the Morse code again. And as you can understand, it is very secure than substitution cipher, and it can be broken with some by some code decoder with some effort. And then we have AUTOKEY cipher. It is actually a polyalphabetic substitution cipher. It closely resembles the VIGENÈRE cipher, invented by Blaise de Vigénère in 1586. So thank you. That's all from this video, guys. If you really like my video, then please don't forget to like, share and comment on this video, and also subscribe to my channel for further notifications and updates, and also press the bell icon. So let us meet in a new video, and until then, bye bye.